I don't have the chat feature, do you?
Okay. Hey everyone, it's Lauren Papak here. And I have Carly and Micah. Carly, I don't know that you're gonna see the chat box because I think usually only I see it, don't I? Or do you usually see it?
No, I usually see it too. I don't know what happened though. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna get started. So, welcome everyone, and I hope y'all all have your 100 no's done. That was the big thing to get done. Um, Post it in that Going Green group. We only have, let's see, I mean, not including today, 3 days left in February. So it's a short month, and a lot has happened in that short month. There's been a ton of promotions, and we have Micah, who went black today, and y'all are going to hear from her at the end. So don't leave this call, no matter how boring we get, because I'm saving the best for last. I want her to kind of go over her journey to black with y'all at the end. But okay, so the 100 no's is done. There's going to be another task that Casey Joe is going to post for y'all over Instagram and your business pages, and that'll be pretty much the end of the group. From here on out, it's just going to be to keep on doing that. Like once you've done the 100 no's, you don't just stop there and say, okay, I'm done. The whole point is so that you're warmed up to the game. I still, to this day, every single person that buys from me, I make it a goal to make them a presenter. So I offer them the opportunity, I offer them, to host a party. Any like new friends I make on Facebook, I usually almost always end up messaging them after a few weeks of being friends about the opportunity. In fact, last night from that mommy group or one of those whatever baby groups I'm in, there was a girl who had said something about what do y'all all do for grown-up time, being stay-at-home moms. Anyways, and I messaged her. In fact, I got to message her tonight, more information. And I just, I said, hey, I know it's probably kind of weird. I didn't want to post it on Thread and everyone think I was just trying to, get them to do something. But I want to tell you, I work for this company. We sell this mascara. Maybe you've seen it on Facebook. But I do it all from online and home, and it gives me my grown-up time, all day long. But yet at the same time, I'm home. Anyways, and we just started talking, and she had never heard of it, ever. Never seen it on Facebook or anything. And it was crazy because I stalked her first, and she had like 1,700 friends. And I thought that was a lot of friends on Facebook to not have seen it. So, but I mean, I'm telling y'all, I know some of y'all live in a city or something where there's tons of people and you think, oh, everyone knows. I'm telling you, they don't. My floor lady, I'm building a house, and she's an older woman, and she was asking me what I did because I'm building an office, and she was like, what are you building an office for? And I thought, you didn't work. I was like, oh, no. I was like, I work. I need my office. And so she asked what I did and stuff, and then we started talking. And it was the same thing. She had never heard of it. And I even said, because she was older, I was being kind of assuming. I was like, oh, well, you must not have a Facebook. She lives in Longview, where I live. And she was like, no, I have a Facebook. I'm on it all the time. And she does. We're friends on Facebook now. She's always posting and stuff. She'd never seen it either. So my point is, don't, after this is said and done, don't assume anyone out or assume everyone knows about it. And from here on out, you've got to make sure that you brand your success and that you stick to this. I'm telling you, I've been doing this almost 15 months, almost, or 14, I can't remember. Anyways, almost that amount of time. And I still to this day have people that join the team that will message me and say, okay, I want more information. So I'm telling you, it just takes some people a really long time. So don't ever stop posting, your success and branding yourself and all the things that you learn from this group. Take it, implement it, and keep on, and then make sure that you get your girls to do the exact same thing. Again, I don't tell new people to go do the 100 No's challenge, but everything we taught you how to guide a new person, finding out what they want, and setting their goals, and holding their hand along the way, running, walking, etc. Do that with everyone. Um, I think that's all I was going to tell y'all. Um, I'm going to hand it over to Carly, and if I think of something else, I'll come in. But I hand it to Carly. Carly, if y'all don't know, has like y'all can't see in her back office, but I can. And like her back office is amazing. So like if you look at people and they're personally enrolled, usually you see a lot of red. Meaning a lot of people are dropping off. You see a lot of people with zeros. You see a lot of whites and yellows. Carly's team, her personally enrolled, truly is like, I think, all pink and above. I mean, there's some, but my point is she knows how to make people move and go. And I want her to tell y'all, because the next step, a lot of you have already gone green this month, or you've gotten green again, or you've been maintaining green, whatever, or orange. You've got to understand the beauty of the business is to build other leaders, because when you build other leaders and greens, the longevity is there. Pinks and blues, some of you are pink and blue, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but there's not just bacoodles and money. There's not bacoodles at green either, but my point is when someone hits green, they're invited to corporate. There's all these perks, and it just makes a little bit of a more of a longevity within that person than just a pink or a blue that's making $60 off their team every month. A green is a lot more willing to stick with you, I believe, and you want that. You want to build these people now so that 5 years from now you have this strong team, but you've got to get after it and find those people. And that's what I want Carly to talk to you about building greens. And again, this is past green. Okay, now we're thinking, I want y'all to think bigger. Even if you're only pink or blue right now, hopefully you're kind of close to green. But is start thinking, who am I going to be taken to the top with me? Because not everyone is going to put in the legwork that it takes. And I want Carly, too, to talk about just in general going black, and it's not something you can just sit back and coast on. And Micah, I think, can tell you that, too. It's not. It is work. It's fun work. It's a lot better than going out and hammering the, streets and, you're doing a real job, I guess, but it is work. So anyways, Carly, you get the drift. I'm going to let you talk.
Okay. Thanks, Lauren.
You bet.
I'm going to try not to ramble. I'm a rambler. I try to make notes when I'm supposed to speak on a specific thing, and it just never works out. So I'm sorry if you get bored. But first, congratulations to Micah. I'm still on cloud 9, and it wasn't even me that it happened to. But I have to say the best day that's ever happened to me since I've been in the business was today. So just something to look forward to. You should all obviously try to get to the top, but then try to build someone to the top. And I'm not saying I built her to the top. I'm just saying that we've been working together for months, and we both, wanted the same things or whatever, and we're just going to be working together for years from now, as long as, as well as Lauren. So it's just a really cool thing. It's building leaders is really important because of that aspect, like what Lauren said. But so when people ask me, how do you build so many elites, I really don't know how to answer. And before the call, I asked my elites, I'm like, without, sounding like I'm all that, how would you guys say I build elites? Like how, with you being the ones that I helped get there, because it's kind of hard to answer or try to know, what am I doing? But I'm pretty hardcore, and I'm like the nicest person, I promise. Like I'm genuinely a nice person. I'm not bossy. I do not like to tell people what to do. I really don't. But with people that I think have potential to go to the top in this business, I'm pretty hardcore with them. I just am. I can't help it. It's like a part of my personality, especially because I have done it myself, and I know what it takes to do it, I do. I know exactly what it takes. I know exactly what it takes. And I don't think I have any advantage over anybody else in the entire universe. Sorry, I just don't. And I don't I just don't have any sympathy for excuses at all. None. Because I just did it. And I'm glad that I have that experience, you know, so that I can actually say, with certainty that you can be so successful if you listen to what I'm saying, if you listen to your leaders, if you don't give up, if you have a positive attitude, whatever. Anyways, so I could ramble all night, but I'm just going to I'm trying to think, okay, how do I get people to green? I'm going to start with first, it's not easy. Okay, trying to think. So I had two new greens this month, Chantel and Casey. And, when you see the announcement that, Carly has a new elite, how does she keep doing this? You don't understand that I have been working with these girls for months. Casey specifically was short of green like almost 3 months before this month, before she actually hit it. So she has been pushing so hard for this, and she didn't give up. That's how she hit green, and I didn't let her give up, obviously, and I pushed her the whole time. And same with Chantel, like she wasn't short of green, but it's not like they just magically appear. And I hope that you guys don't think that that's the case, because they don't. They do not magically appear, and they decide for themselves if they want to be a leader and if they want to be successful. It's not me. They decide. I recognize it. It's easy to recognize because it's numbers. Look in your back office. Who's the rock star? If you know how to count, then you can recognize it. And I am a numbers freak. I am obsessed with my back office, and I think that plays a huge part in building leaders for me. I know exactly what is going on in their business when I look at their numbers, and when I look at their team's numbers, and when I look at anything that's going on like that. I'm on top of it every day, all day long, and I'm talking to them about it. Like, this isn't. You can ask any of my girls. This is exactly what I would send, to somebody. Mandy, sorry, Mandy. You're behind. I need you at 4,000 wholesales by tonight before you go to sleep. And if you're not at 4,000 wholesales before tonight, then you're not going to sleep. That's something that I would say. And they know my personality. They know I'm really sarcastic, and they know I'm really passionate or whatever, so they know that I'm, half kidding or whatever. But I expect a lot from them. I do. Sorry. And they call me mean, like Angie always says I'm mean or whatever. I'm not mean. People have to be challenged, and they have to be pushed. Like a normal human being, they have to be. Like, they don't understand that. The month I hit green, I was shooting for blue. And it wasn't until somebody told me, hey, you should go for green, that I even knew that it was possible. So you have to stay on them, because if you're not talking to them every single day, they start getting discouraged, and they start getting quiet, and they start backing off from you, because they start feeling like they're a failure because they're behind for their goal for the month, or they feel like they're letting you down, which is never the case. This is their business, but even if it's bad, not positive feedback that you're having to talk to them about, you need to be with them constantly, throughout the journey. Anyways, sorry, I'm rambling, but I also have a really good relationship with my elites. They are my best friends. We are best friends. We're on the exact same level. I'd never treat them like I know more than them, because, oh my gosh, I did not know more than them. And all of you guys know that. But I think relationships are really important. Like since hitting black, I've seen blacks leave, like black status, leave the company. And like I know for a fact that if they were best friends or, with their peers and their uplines and their sponsors, they wouldn't be going anywhere despite what was happening with their business or the struggles they were having or, their whatever. I'm not saying that's why people leave. I'm just saying that I think relationships is huge. I mean, there's a lot of like,
Carly,
yes.
I was just gonna butt in. So she is right on the people that leave. Derek told us at retreat that the number one reason people will leave a direct sales company is not due to products or anything like that, but most of the time it's due to how did he word it? Lack of, I hate to say leadership. It was lack of
Sisterhood?
huh?
Lack of sisterhood?
Yeah, like and I can't remember how he worded it, but basically saying like lack of I guess it would be leadership. He didn't say leadership though, but that's exactly what you're saying. Is what a lot of our people will leave. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not saying like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people are just going to do what they want to do no matter what, and have
Yeah.
this shiny object syndrome, as I call it. But most of the people that have left felt a strong disconnect from their upline. Now, on
Yeah.
the other hand, you cannot blame your success, your failure, or anything else on your upline. I know plenty of people too that don't have hardly anything, but most of the time they'll find the person above that person, whatever, and find a connection. But that is the reason why most people will leave. And if you have a bunch of people leaving on your team, that's probably why. You're probably not talking to them enough or being involved enough with them.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying you're going to be best friends with everybody. I mean, there's some people that, they annoy me or whatever, but I still show respect to them because they deserve respect. I feel like they are in the exact same position as I am. Even though I'm black, it doesn't really mean that I am better or that I know more than them. It just doesn't. So I think if you like humble yourself a little bit and know that you're not a big hot shot and know that this is not a competition, we're all in this together, and anyways, going off on a tangent. So anyways, I wanted to read to you a message that I just sent this month. I thought this would be I didn't change it at all. I'm just going to tell you what I did. So I've got an elite that still hasn't happened this month, and she's really behind. And we still have not given up. We talked yesterday, and I told her, I'm like, I'm going to study your numbers, and I'm going to come up with a plan. And what? Okay, good night. Love you. Good night. Love you. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night. Sorry. So she's really behind. So I'm like, I'm going to come up with a plan. And then I messaged her the plan. And this is the plan. So I'm just going to read it to you guys. Sorry if it bores you to death, but this is how detailed I get in times of crisis. And when you can't help your leaders become leaders by just hoping that they hit 10,000 wholesales that month. That doesn't work. You have to treat it as if it's yourself and you're trying to solve a huge math problem, and every single person on the team has to contribute. Everybody has to be in, especially the one trying to hit the promotion, and you've got to break it down for them. You have to actually use your brain, use your brain. Work. It's be passionate about it and study stuff. Study what's going on and try to get to the root of the problems, So, okay, so I messaged her and I said, okay, hear me out. This is the plan. You have to be open to it and know that it can be done, and be a good leader in that you will challenge each one to do this. Okay, this is going to bore you because you don't know these people, but Okay, you still need 3,561 wholesales, which is 164 mascaras to hit green. Amy will for sure hit blue, but she's going to go way over that. You're going to message Jamie and challenge her to pink. She can easily pull it off and tell her she can so do it. She has 934 wholesales left to hit pink, which is 42 mascaras. Between her and her recruit, which are both selling hardcore, that is 21 mascaras each, which is 4 a day each. Ask Jamie if she will promise you to do everything in her power to do it. People don't realize they can pull something off until their upline tells them that they can. Okay, so Kelly, I want you to challenge her to sell another $1,000 in PRS, which is 35 more mascaras. And this is with 6 days left. Yes, I know that this Kelly chick can sell $1,000 in PRS. She could probably do it in 2 days. So you need to be challenging these people way over what you think you should be challenging them. I'm sorry, but like that's when you see growth, is when people are really being challenged and they're challenging themselves, where it's like, you know, way so far out of the box, they're like, what? You're crazy. Anyways. Okay, you're going to challenge her to sell another 1,000 PRS, which is 35 more mascaras, and that's 6 a day. She's on fire, so this will be no problem. Also challenge her to sign someone up ASAP, because she's going to shoot for pink. This girl has no recruits, and there's 3 days left in the month now. Sign someone up. I know she has people who are interested. Then get them qualified and sell at least 1,000 more PRS, and bam, she's pink. And make sure Amy knows you're shooting for green, and this is a big deal, so she can put an urgency on getting Amber and Lindsay's launch parties off strong. Okay, Alexa, she has to hit pink. There's no demoting on this team. Haha, JK, no, but for real. She should be pushing for her rank at the very least. She needs to stop waiting for Latina launch because it's not helping her biz at all. She's hurting it by slacking in sales and recruiting. Tell her I have a huge Australia and NZ team, and none of that got me to silver just because I recruited internationally. Sorry. She's got to get to pink for real. It really is really important. Is she planning to? And then I gave her, the mascara math for her to get to pink. And then Kayla, Maddie, and Elaine challenged them all to hit yellow by month end. And then I did their mascara math, and then I said, and I challenge you to sell another 1,000 PRS before the month is over. Your PRS isn't high enough if you want green. And the end. So, first of all, if you want your team to sell some mascaras, you better be selling some yourself. And so you need to challenge. You need to push these girls to what they're capable of, because there's so many people in this business that blow me away daily. So I think that's it. Like, I wrote down in my notes that all the elites that I have, I don't think it had a lot to do with me at all. I mean, and it had a lot to do with them. So it's all about the person. It's all about, if they want it. So many people are not ready, and I've learned that the hard way. I've tried to push people there that weren't ready, and I realized that, probably like by the half of the month, I'm like, oh gosh, this is not happening. Like, and it just kind of clicks, when you're ready, you're ready. And this person that I just sent all these notes to, she is not ready, and she's not going to hit green this month. She was on pace to hit green, and if you want to hit green, you can't just stop selling completely, so, and she's not ready. She doesn't want it enough. So, but she will be ready. She'll get there, but yeah.
Hey, Carly.
Yes.
Someone asked in the chat box,
Mm-hmm.
They want to know if you, do you offer incentives when you are challenging your individual team members?
No.
She just tells them.
I don't think, I do incentives for my team sometimes, but like this month, I haven't done one incentive for my circle or my team, because mainly because I don't have time. But like,
yeah, she's right though. You don't have to.
yeah, I'm not saying it's bad at all. And I do like in crisis, like I told one of my other elites, she came to me last night, like, freaking out because she's trying for purple and one of her elites is behind for her to hit purple. And I'm like, incentive time. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's get on it, like, yeah, definitely it's not like a bad thing, but I don't give my personally enrolled that are shooting for green, I don't like say, oh, no, they don't need an incentive. They need.
I think she means, and I don't know if this is Jamie I've talked to. Okay, so like, let me read a message. When someone is trying to make, like, let me find the one that she was trying to make blue. And I know y'all probably heard me talk about how to like piece it up. And I did tell her, so like, I wrote her, she said, I'm $925 away from blue, ideas on, how to make this happen. I asked her, I said, what's your PRS? Even though I could technically already knew, but I wanted her to understand that she needed to have her own PRS. I said, what's your own PRS at right now? Go in and count for me how many are selling. They've sold at least a mascara this month on your team. Not just your personally enrolled, but everyone. She wrote me and she said, I have 9 ladies that have sold something. And then I did same thing as Carly. Perfect. So that's $925, but that is wholesale. So let's just say $1,200 to be safe. 9 ladies plus you equals 10. So if you each sell $120 between tonight and the 28th, you've got it. I told her I would message each one of the girls in an individual message and say something like, hey girl, just want to say thank you for kicking booty so much this month. We're so close to being blue. Just wanted to say thank you to each person who has contributed and a little incentive. Anyone who sells $150 between tonight and the 28th goes into a drawing for X. Again, thank you so much. And I told her, I said, take it to 150, so if they fall short, it still gets there too. And I reminded her, some people are going to go above that, some people are going to go below that. So I told her to do 150. So that is an example of someone, I did tell her to do an individual incentive for her team to get there. I think that might have been what you meant, Jamie. I don't know, Jamie, if that's Jamie. I can't see your last names that I talked to. But because I think I told you to do that too for blue.
Yes, I think that's great and good. Like, team incentives are good for sure.
I don't offer I don't go into all my people that are going for green and say, oh, when you go green, I'm going to give you this. Now, like with Allie, she's a good friend, and I was funny with her like 2 months ago. It was like, the day you hit green, I'm going to come over and babysit your triplets and let you have a date night and clean your house. But, I mean, like, that's just kind of being funny, and like, I mean, I really will do it. I mean,
yeah.
But I don't know how I'm going to do it. I can barely watch one kid. But yeah. So
Micah, like, I don't know if she has time, she should talk about this too, because she has really surprised me with her building leaders. I mean, she is on her elites every single day. I don't know how they don't want to punch her in the face. Like, she is like, I mean, she just is on them and really just does not stop. And she does not. That's the thing, is what, like, if you give up on somebody like before the month's over, then you suck. Like, do you know what can happen even in a day? And I'm saying this after I just said, I don't. After I just said that my one elite, it's not going to happen. But like, she just doesn't want it bad enough, and I know that, and I can see that. But like, don't give up on them. Like, you need to like fight for them and help them, because it's hard to hit green. Like, it is so hard. That was the hardest color I hit, that I tried to, it's hard. And anybody that's done it, it's not easy. It's so hard. And yeah, just don't give up on them. Like, that's the thing about Micah. Oh my gosh, it will be freaking 11:59 and she's still coming up with a plan to figure out how to get somebody green. She does not sleep until she knows she has done everything that she can to help her girls, so. Okay, but I'm done. I think I'm done. I'm going to stop talking.
Thank you, Carly. Micah?
Can y'all hear me?
I can.
Yay. All right. I hope y'all have been taking good notes, because, like, seriously, everything Carly and Lauren has said is so true. And when I started the business, Lauren had just hit black, and I think Carly had just hit green. And I'm telling y'all, I went into their pages and just like read everything and pretty much followed everything they told me to do. But Lauren asked me to kind of share about my journey, and I kind of wrote down some notes. We'll see if I stick to it. But for me, it all kind of happened fast, getting to blue and green and orange. I joined mid-June and went blue in 2 weeks. I didn't know that I was going to go blue, but Carly sent me a message, and I think it said something like, "Are you selling crack-laced mascara?" or something like that, because I had sold so much mascara in just a couple of weeks. And so she said, "You're going to go blue." And it's like, well, I don't know what that is, but okay. So she put that thought in my head, and of course, I wanted it, so I did it. And so then the next month, July, she told me my goal the first day of July, and she said, "You're going to go green this month. Here's what you need, and here's how you're going to do it." So I did what she said, and followed all of Lauren's files. And I'm not going to say it was easy, because it wasn't. I worked every single day. I had some rock stars on my team, so we did it the first month, but then I hit purple in November, and like Carly said, it was like one of those promotions that happened at the very last minute. I had a girl who 36 hours until the end of the month still had $3,600 needed to go elite, and that made me purple. And I think if anyone else had looked at our numbers, they probably would have thought we were crazy, but she wanted it. And I was willing to work with her. And like Carly said, you just can't give up on anyone. If they want it, crazy things can happen. And in 36 hours, her team sold well over $3,600 in company sales. So, I mean, even more than $3,600. And she went elite and has every month since then. And I went purple that month. And so in 4 months, I had hit exclusive, presenter status. And, November rolls around, and it's like the biggest month for everyone except me. I'm struggling with my PRS, and everyone's promoting, and, there's talk of me maybe going black. And I realize I'm going to have 3 elites, and I miss it by 1 elite, and that elite was just, like $1,800 away. So of course that stung and it hurt, but it's like you can't let that get you down. You're going to have bad months. You're going to have months when your PRS maybe isn't as high as it usually has been, but you seriously can't let you get it, you can't let it get you down. Like, okay, pout and cry for a minute or two, but the month starts over on the 1st, everything's cleared, and you've got another shot. But the bottom line is you have to want it. If there's any tiny bit of doubt in yourself, it won't happen. You have to just push all of that aside and go and get what you want. So I missed black November, December, and January, just by a tiny, tiny bit, and that's okay. I put a smile on my face. I continued to encourage my girls. I helped them go after the promotions that they needed and wanted and were close to. And like Carly said, when your girls below you promote, it's almost better than you promoting. It's so wonderful to see, your friends, new or old friends. It's so awesome to see them promote. So I guess my biggest suggestions for everyone is always encourage your team. Even if no one else thinks it's possible, you think it's possible. And when you believe in them, they'll believe in themselves. Also, always be positive. Even if you're going to miss your promotion or your PRS isn't great, your team below you does not need to know that. If you are having a hard time, you need to talk to one of your Y sisters who's maybe equal, another green or another blue, whatever status you are, or your sponsor. You don't want to complain to your downline. You don't want to tell them that you're having a bad month or that you're not going to make your promotion. It needs to be about them. Like I said, stay positive, fake a smile if you have to. Kind of like what Carly was saying, you have to build relationships, especially with those who are trying to go elite. You need to be talking with them as much as you can. You don't ever want them to think that, I guess, they're like your employee. You want them to, they are your friends, like Carly said. Carly's one of my best friends now. I've only met her once, but I talk to her pretty much all day long, every day. I think maybe more than I talk to my husband. So build relationships with those girls. They'll learn to trust you and lean on you when they need help. And then when you come up with those crazy mascara math like what Carly read earlier, and when you tell them you believe they can do it, then they're going to believe you. Let's see, what else did I have written down? Oh, and I think Lauren said this earlier. The people who go elite, those are the people who are going to be in this business with you forever. So you've got to get them elite. You've got to help them get there. And that's really all I had for you guys. Just like seriously listen to what Carly and Lauren say, because they know what they're talking about. And just lean on your Y sisters. I have a great group of friends that I've met through Unique, and absolutely could not have done it without all of their support. So I think that's all I've got.
Yay.
Thank you, Micah. That was great. Okay, if y'all don't have anything else to say, I'm going to tell y'all the last thing here. It has nothing to do with what we've been talking about. Convention is coming up. Well, like 5 months, I guess. Or 4. I don't know. I can't count. Anyways, convention is coming up, and I want y'all to understand how important it is to be there. Okay, any of y'all that have ever been to like a team training before and you left feeling so pumped up, convention is 1,000 times more than that. Like,
it's the best thing.
It makes me, probably because I'm hormonal right now too, want to cry because I'm not going to be there. Like, it makes me super sad. Like, I could cry right now talking about it. But anyways, convention is amazing, and if you don't go, you are killing yourself. And the more people that you get to go with you, the more your team is going to do. There's the statistic of every single person that goes on your team is $1,000 of money in your pocket. Sounds kind of weird, but like, so if you had 50 people go, you should expect to make $50,000 that month. I mean, sorry, not that month. Hold up, in that year. And that is probably about right. I mean, I kind of think about how many I had go last year, what I made. So I don't want, especially my elites, a lot of y'all are under Carly and under Micah, I don't want y'all to not go because I'm not going. And I have this fear that I'm like a crutch sometimes for people because you know me, and what are you going to do if I'm not there? It does not matter if I'm not there. You need to get there, get your team there. You've got friends online. I know, I see y'all are all friends with each other. So I have a convention group on our team page. Y'all can get in there, share rooms with people. There's actually going to be a payment plan. I don't know that I've even mentioned that, or y'all know about that. Carly, did they ever tell? Do you know you know about the payment plan, right?
It starts in March, and it's no more than the regular ticket.
It's just you pay monthly, right?
It comes out of like I think it comes out of your check on the 8th, I think. Like they take it out or something. So there's like interest or anything like that.
I would assume it would be $50 a month. Ish. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it's going to work. But I want y'all to all go ahead and sign up for that, or just go ahead and pay for it outright. However you want to do it. I just want to know that y'all are going, and I want y'all to understand how amazing it is. And you're probably thinking, oh, it's too early to start telling my team to go. It's only February. Really, it's pretty much March. And you need to go ahead and get their tickets now, because they've also got to start saving for their hotel and their transportation and their food. But I promise you, all this is tax write-off too. Everything that you buy, I mean, food you can only write off 50%, but you're going to give it to the government. Otherwise, you're all at the point now where you're going to be paying in some, or you're going to be getting less back one way or the other. You're giving it to the government. You can write it all off. Soak in your team. So go ahead and start pushing. Like, I would 2 or 3 times a month post something about convention. I mean, like, start getting them there now.
I need to say something again.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm done.
Stephanie Hahn too just said, just to make sure that, like, if you do the payment plan, you don't qualify for the $1,000 cruise points or 1,000 cruise points for convention ticket. But Robin asked a question, and I just wanted to answer it really quick. It was a while ago. She said, "What do you do with a small team where people just ignore you? Ignore them back and run to the mountain and don't even care about what they're doing."
Yep.
That's my suggestion. And it sucks. Like, oh, it sucks. I've got a few girls that have had crappy luck with some people, and yeah, it sucks. But you cannot, even if your entire team quits tomorrow, your entire team, you can't quit. You have to just act like you could care less and just work harder. And if they ignore you, do not reach down to them again.
Yeah, just keep building. And I'm telling you, once you get your ball, like, I always picture it as a snowball. Once you get this ball big enough, it takes a while. Once you get it big enough, you will find that it will roll and it will do things a lot easier, and you won't even have the time to spend on those people. Like, if a team's kind of small, you're, like, racking your brains and you're pulling your hair out because you're like, well, why are these people not responding to me? I don't even have time to care who's not responding to me because there's so many other, like, irons in the fire. And that snowball is so big that I'm more focused on getting it to roll with the people that are going to make it roll on its own. So, like she said, just forget them. Like,
yeah.
I tell people that all the time. I'm like, just forget them.
Forget about them, dude.
You know? Like, if they come back to you one day, great, talk to them.
Mm-hmm. And it happens to everybody. Like, my newest recruit, she quit before she even got her kit. It was like,
I had that happen about 2 months ago with a girl. She would not respond to me or anything. I was like, why'd you sign up? Like, I don't know.
I seriously was just like, hey, peace out.
Yep.
You know, I removed her from the groups, and I haven't thought about her since. And yes, I know in my position it's way easier, and you're probably like, shut up, Carly, I'm going to punch you in the face. But you have to have that attitude, because if you get too involved in that, you're going to get so discouraged, because it's discouraging, you know, and a lot of people just stop working and don't want to talk to you anymore. Yeah, it's hard, but you have to just keep building and keep going.
You know, hang on, I'm looking at something real quick before I decide if I'm going to show y'all. Okay. You know what? I'll show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all my back office for my very first month. And I'm going to show y'all how many people are even still around. 14, 15. Again, I still don't know how long I've been doing this. Monthly. But I'll show you. And if I had just spun my wheels on these other people that obviously were quitting, I could tell they weren't responding to me, or, you know, each month they would whatever. But instead I chose to focus on the people that I had that were working. And if I'm right, hold on, I'm going to go back to it. All the people that I have from November that I kept working with are all elites. Hang on. Let me get my screen share. Okay, start. Hang on. Okay, so you should see my screen now. Okay, so here is my very first month, November 2013. Okay, she quit. She quit. Actually, she called me and told me the mascara was really cruddy and she hated it. And, anyways, I didn't really know how to handle it either. It was my first month. I was like, okay. She quit. She's actually just became trying to get active again, but she's in and out. She's never, all her people are gone. She never did anything. She is one of my elites. She stayed. Yep. Jennifer, one of my elites. She stayed. Gone. My mom, she stayed. One of my elites. Gone. Both of these are gone. And then Diana, she is blue. She's at like 7,500 right now. She could go elite. So, yeah, almost everyone that I did focus on that stayed is almost an elite, besides Diana. And then, you know, if you go Where's my, sorry, I don't know how to work my back office. Where's my, to change, hang on.
That's weird.
I was going to show you all December. Sorry to the girls I'm showing your back office to. Sorry. No, it's December 2014. Hang on. I figure, I mean, this was like y'all's first 2 months, not like anything super personal. So then, December, I still had her crazy lady that like cussed me out, was still there, but she was going to fall off soon. Yeah, all these people were gone. My elites, gone, elite. Now this girl here, she ended up enrolling one of my girls that are blue now. She's gone though, but her downline I reached into, and they're still here. Gone. Like I said, 7,500 right now. Paige, my elite. Paige and Jennifer were my first two elites that got me to purple. Melissa, gone. Wendy, gone. Rachel, gone. China, gone. My retention level stinks. But my point
Now
is,
you just recruit like crazy.
that's what I'll show you. I'll do one more, and I'm not going to show anything else because that gets too personal, showing all their stuff. But I don't think they care me showing their like very first few months. But I just recruited every month. You'll see there's new names every month.
Yes.
And I just worked with the ones that were responding to me. And again, okay, gone. Elite. Diana, she didn't really stay around. A girl under her does what I would call hobby work. Elite. Gone, elite. Gone. Diana, Paige, elite. Gone. Viviana, I'm not sure how to say her name, but anyways, she is going inactive, but she has enrolled people who is on a blue team for me now. Lori's blue. Gina's my elite. Jessica gone. Jackie gone. Mindy's gone, but she enrolled someone that is one of my elites now, Leah. I reached out to in her team. Paula's gone. Melissa is borderline, not going to be around maybe much longer. I'm not sure. She's in and out. But she has Jackie, who's one of my elite teams, who I reached out to because Melissa is more of a hobbyist. Gone. So actually, you'll see all those people from those first few months, most of them that I would work with are elites now. But my point is, I just didn't spin my wheels on the people that weren't responding to me or just, I didn't. I just worked with the ones that wanted it. So I hope that helps a little, proves a point maybe. It also proves, obviously, I have very bad retention. But anyways, y'all get the point. Yeah. Work with the ones. And always enroll, like you said, like every month I showed, I would enroll
A
ton. In the beginning, y'all, I would enroll anywhere from 5, 8, 9 people a month. And I was crazy. Now it's a lot harder for me to do that. I still try to, if I don't enroll one person, I want to kill myself. I get mad. But I try to make it about 3 a month. That way I always have fresh people coming into my circle, especially because I have like 3 people borderline sitting on green right now. And I hope you'll understand, as you move up, you got to have this thing called a circle. And at black, we have to maintain 10,000. Outside of all of our elites, we have to have 10,000. So like I always have to be growing new people as I have people flying the coop, as I call it, going elite. I have to make sure I always have new people. So anyways, are there any other questions that anyone said? Marcy, you answered that, Carly. Okay. Well,
Sorry.
No, you're good. No, I'm glad you answered it. Okay, well, I'm gonna shut it down, and I think this will make a recorded link. I'll post.
You rock for taking the time to call into this. Sorry.
You're awesome. Hey, I don't feel very good, y'all. I've been in like an ice block for 3 days. My house is like frigid. It's snowing. It never snows here, so my body is like not used to it. And literally my house is covered in ice and snow. And so I have a sore throat, a splitting headache. I stopped taking my Zofran from being pregnant. So I feel semi-nauseous off and on and hot and then cold. Anyways, I told Carly I didn't even know if I was going to be able to do the call. But I always get pumped once I get on. Anyways. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, y'all have a good night.
You too. I'll see you all later. Bye, y'all.
Bye.